Good morning and welcome to episode 40 of the Friday Tech Roundup. First and foremost, a really big thank you to Chris Dunkley for delivering the news last week in my absence. Also up on the agenda is our new fancy branding. What do you think? It's been a little secret of ours for a while now, and I love the fact that I get to share it with you today. Now, whilst the branding is new, the format is the same. So without further ado, I'm going to try and cover 5 pieces of tech news in as close to 5 minutes as I possibly can, in the hope that it changes up your Friday morning. Let's go. Number 1, telco giant Nokia made the news earlier this week after signing a 5-year deal with Google Cloud to support its data center shutdown plans. Looking to pursue a cloud-first strategy, Nokia will dedicate the next 5 years to closing data centers across the globe in a bid to cut costs and boost innovation. The company is specifically looking to the cloud to help expand its capacity for collaboration while enabling it to save money by reducing the size of its in-house data center capacity and in turn reduce its IT hardware spend in the amount it spends on powering its server farms. In a statement, the two companies confirmed that they have spent the last few months designing a highly customized migration path that will pave the way for Nokia to rapidly exit its data centers with minimal business impact. You can read more about that using the link below. Number 2, British Airways have been fined £20 million after failing to prevent unauthorised access of personal and payment card information relating to more than 40,000 of its customers. The attack itself took place back in 2018 and was originally set to receive a £183 million slap on the wrist. However, the ICO have taken pity on the airline in light of current economic pressures and reduced the fine by 89%. The ICO said that it was satisfied that BA had failed to put in place appropriate technical and organisational measures to protect the personal data being processed on its systems. This yet again shows the importance of having a written and enforced cyber response rather than simply relying on outdated measures, crossing fingers and hoping that when an attack does happen that the damage is small. This is especially true as more and more business will now be conducted online. Take a look at the full story by clicking on the second link in the comments below. Number 3, the UK Space Agency has backed an NHS drone trial, which could eventually carry COVID-19 samples, blood tests and non-medical items such as PPE to those who need it most. Test flights are set to start this month from Bromford Hospital in Chelmsford, with the project taking place over the next 6 months. The hope is that if successful, this drone-based delivery service will benefit patients and staff alike. You can read more about the technology being used in these trials using the link below. Number 4, true to Monzo's style, the challenger bank has opened the lid on the steps it has taken to optimise their platform to be just the right size for their operations. Referencing their work with microservices and Kubernetes, Monzo explained why they are using the container technology to help them scale, optimise and build resilience into their infrastructure. They also unashamedly talk about the challenges they faced, including edge cases and undesirable behaviours, the lessons they learned along the way and long-term aims for the bank. Whilst a more technical read for those with a foundation and knowledge within container technology, this is a really insightful piece into the inner workings of Monzo without being bogged down with the how-tos. Discover more using the link in the comments below. Number 5, last but certainly not least, the recent pandemic has been repeatedly cited as a catalyst for change, and there is now growing evidence to suggest that this change is driving the pace of digital transformation. According to a global survey of 700 CIOs, 89% have seen their digital transformation accelerated over the past 12 months, with 58% believing it will continue to speed up. While business models that were successful before COVID-19 have now become fundamentally more successful after COVID, there is still a disappointingly high number of organisations struggling to meet transformation objectives. In fact, 94% of organisations within the UK find themselves entrenched in barriers to those transformations, despite being aware of the need for more agile and scalable IT infrastructure to allow for contingencies. These barriers don't seem to be affecting the enthusiasm though, with many looking to automation and emerging technologies to gain a unique competitive advantage that will accelerate innovation for their customers. You can discover more by using the link in the comments. And that is all the news I have for you today. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy Fridays to join me for another episode of the Friday Tech Roundup. Before you go, of course, there are a couple of shout outs, the first of which is a CX webinar taking place on November 5th. complete with a powerhouse panel from the likes of AWS, ECS and Brain Food Consulting. This webinar will show listeners how to prepare for the rise of the Omni customer. I'm also excited to announce that next Thursday will be our October DevOps Playground, which will be giving viewers a free hands-on introduction to GraphQL with Go. I've dropped links to both of those events in the comments, so be sure to sign up to the one that takes your fancy. Other than that, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday, and I look forward to catching up with you next week for another dose of Friday Tech News. Take care.